That's right. A beachfront community this morning is coming together to help the unemployed find work.
That's right. Gayle Anderson is live this morning in Hermosa Beach with those details. Good morning, Gayle.
Good morning. Folks are here already. As you can see, they're chit-chatting here at the location that's going to be the site for this morning's PinkSlipMixer job fair and expo. We're with the founder of PinkSlipMixers, Edwin Duterte. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Good morning. Good morning, Gayle.
You know, yesterday there was a huge... Well, first, let's start with what you've been up to. For folks who are familiar with the term PinkSlipMixers, this is what you're thinking about. Take a look. This is something I read about, started back in 2009 when, you know, things were really...
Turning from good times to bad times.
Founder?
Founder, we started it actually the day after an economic forum where they were announcing there's going to be a recession in late 2008.
And so you decided, well, instead of people just going to the bar or, you know, where they have adult beverages drowning their sorrows, to turn that into something productive.
Yeah, you know, upper-level professionals, you know, people who are experienced, you know, we're used to networking. So I thought, you know, in order to find a job, instead of going to job fairs and so forth, let's network and work with one another to find each other jobs.
And I'm finding out from you that because this recession's going, well, it's supposed to be over, but things are still sort of tough. It's even hard to find employers.
It's really tough to find employers. You know, we've been making phone calls. We've been making, you know, 300 phone calls a week trying to get companies here.
And we heard that from Congresswoman Maxine Waters yesterday. Let me show you some footage in case you missed that event. More than 100 employers. They told me close to 200, and you couldn't show up unless you had a job. And I said to her, I'm going to be talking with a gentleman tomorrow, and she says, yeah, it's tough, but they mobilized everyone they had. Behind us, we see some people you've mobilized.
Yeah. We found companies from Southern California and Northern California who has high-level jobs. You know, director.
Really? Seriously?
Director positions, VP positions. You know, we want to get you know, the middle class working again.
And the irony in all of this is, are you ready? Wait for it. You're unemployed.
I'm unemployed. I used to be a banker, a real estate commercial lender, and when the economy got tough, they didn't need any commercial lenders anymore.
So how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I saved when the times were good. I saved as much as I can.
Amen.
And you know, I thought you know, I saved it 25% of my income, and you know, I haven't worked in 3 years, but it's coming close where, you know, now I got to really start figuring out what I'm going to do.
So will you be interviewing with the people that you've gotten here this morning?
Yeah, actually, I am. I picked companies that I want to work for. So there's you know, some of these companies I'm applying for, but you know, I want to share everybody that I meet. So that's why I asked them to come to these events.
All right, let's give you some information as we get ready for the event, which opens officially at what time?
11 o'clock.
Okay, 11 o'clock, but we're going to get you a little heads up here. This is the PinkSlipMixers.com Jobs Expo and Summit. We're at the Clark Building here in Hermosa. It was a question yesterday. People were worried about parking. There is parking.
Yeah, there's parking along Valley as well as near the community center, near the basketball courts.
And I learned yesterday from the Congresswoman's contingent that they kind of plan these things this way because they don't want people to pay parking. We're going to go downtown, but they didn't want people to pay $15, $20, $30, $40 worth of parking. Same situation here.
Same thing. There's enough parking in the neighborhoods, you know, and since summer's over, you know, the tourists are all gone. So this is great for
the tourists are all gone. All right, well, not gone. People who might have an opportunity for you. We're going to talk with them later, tell you how to help with the job search to get the most out of it all morning long. Again, it's Labor Day week, so we're looking at opportunities to find some labor. More next hour. Back to you in the studio.